Hi, grade 3. Are you ready for the revision of the adverbs? I hope so. Yes, let's go ahead and let's do revision. Once again, I'm going to repeat that these revisions that we're doing in grammar are useful for your placement test for grade 4. Whatever school you will take the placement test in, these revisions will help you. You can revise now or you can revise later on in the summer vacation anytime or in August when you will go and take your placement test, so you will refresh your memory. So this lesson will be about adverbs. So what is an adverb? It comes from the word adverb. As you can hear, word verb in the word adverb, it means that adverbs will be describing the actions. They will be describing the verbs, right? So what is an adverb? Adverb is a word that describes an action. An action means what people do. So adverbs are adverbs that tell me when the action can happen. Adverbs of time. Where the action happened. These are adverbs of a place. And how the action happened. We call them adverbs of the manner. So when you want to find an adverb, you will ask yourself 3 questions. When did this action happen? Where did this action happen? Or how did this action happen? Now let's see. This is a chart of very common adverbs. When the action happened. Today, yesterday, tomorrow, now, later, soon, then, always, never, sometimes, ever, finally, first, next, usually, long ago, early, often. Sentence, for example, we will have a grammar test tomorrow. When this action will happen? When will we have the test? Tomorrow. So tomorrow is an adverb that tells me when the action happened. Soon the school year will finish. When will this action happen? When will the school year finish? Soon. So word soon is an adverb that tells me when the action happened. I always help my brother with with his homework. When is this action happening? When do I help my brother with his homework? Always. Always. The students often complain about having lots of homework. When do the students complain? Often. So these are examples of the sentences using the adverbs. The action can also happen in some place. Where? The adverb that tell me where the action happened are these adverbs. Up, down, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, here, there, somewhere, everywhere, far, nearby, away, around, and close. When you say, my house is close, where is your house? Close. We will play in the living room downstairs. Where we will play? Downstairs. Be careful with the prepositional phrases. In the living room, that it's a prepositional phrase. But where we will play? Downstairs. That is an adverb. I left my book here. Where I left my book? Here. We will walk around. Where we will walk? Around. Please stay inside. Where should you stay? Inside. Now, the action can happen also, adverb can also describe the action, how the action happened. Most of the adverbs that tell me how the action happened ends with ly, or I call it li, like clearly, carefully, quickly, quietly, loudly, suddenly, brightly, sweetly, slowly, softly, badly, tightly, gladly, proudly, nearly. How the action happened? They end with ly. My brother finished his homework quickly. How my brother finished his homework? Quickly. Work carefully on your worksheet. How should you work? Carefully. He speaks quietly. How he speaks? Quietly. The boys loudly shouted in the class, for example, or the boys shouted loudly, screamed loudly in the class. How did the boys shout it? Loudly. Okay, and here at the bottom we have some adverbs that do not end with ly, like fast. You can run fast. How can you run? Fast. I work hard on my test. How I work? Hard. I did well in the exams. How did I do? Well. Uh, Loud and also quick. Uh, I cannot think of the sentence right. Anyway, and also high. I jump high. How do I jump? High. Okay, let's go. Let's go and practice. Now, you can play it as a game or you can complete the worksheet on your own that I sent and then check your answers. Or you can just, as I read the questions, answer on the paper. It's your choice. It's your choice. Work with me as a practice. Let's go. Number 1. Circle the adverbs in the following sentences and then on the line you will write if they are adverbs that tell how, when, or where. Today, the class is studying Korea. Where is the adverb? Today. Which question did you ask? When is the class studying Korea? Today. Number 2. The country has grown rapidly. The country has grown rapidly. Where is the adverb? Rapidly. Which question did you ask? How? How did the country grow? Rapidly. Number 3. People are everywhere on the streets. People are everywhere on the streets. Where is the adverb? Everywhere. Which question did you ask? Where are the people? Everywhere. Careful, on the streets is a prepositional phrase that shows the place as well. The people generally speak Korean. The people generally speak Korean. Where is the adverb? Generally. Which question did you ask? How it ends with ly and how the people speak Korean generally, in general. Families have always respected older people. Families have always respected older people. Where's the adverb? Always. Which question did you ask? When the families respected older people. Always means all the time. Sometimes people wear traditional clothes. Where is the adverb? Sometimes. And which question did you ask? When? When people wear traditional clothes? Sometimes. Alexandra practiced soccer often. Where is the adverb? Often. What does it mean often? It means many times. So which question did you ask? When did Alexandra practice soccer? Aaron's sister talks to everyone sweetly. Where is the adverb? Sweetly. And which question did you ask? How? It ends with Lee. How does Aaron's sister talk to everyone? Sweetly. Number 4. The small girl eagerly licked her ice cream cone. Where is the adverb? Eagerly. And which question did you ask? How? How did the small girl lick her ice cream cone? Eagerly. Number 5. My parents will arrive tomorrow. Where is the adverb? Tomorrow. And which question did you ask? When will my parents arrive? Number 6. The show will begin soon. Where is the adverb? Soon. And which question did you ask? When the show will begin. When will the show begin? When? Now, one more time, let's revise. Adverbs are the words that describe the verbs. They tell me more about the action, when the action happened, where the action happened, and how the action happened. Careful, adverbs you will learn in grade 4 and 5 also describe adjectives and other adverbs, but not today. So, very easy to remember how something happened. Many adverbs end with ly, ly. Quickly, quietly, loudly, peacefully, happily, thankfully, carefully, lazily, perfectly, gently, sadly. When the action happened, when something happened. Before, after, often, sometimes, never, once, usually, soon, yesterday, now, late. And where the action happened? Here, there, everywhere, anywhere, inside, outside, upstairs, downstairs, away, near, far. These are adverbs that tell when, where, and how. Let's go and search for more. But now, in this page, you have to circle the adverb and circle the question, which one you asked. You do not have to write down the answer. Circle which question did you ask. Let's go. Number 1. John carefully finished his test. Where is the adverb? Did you guess it? Yes, because it's super easy. It's word carefully because it ends with ly. And if the word ends with ly, it is an adverb that answers the question, how John finished his test. Carefully. Number 2. The bird flew up in the sky. Where is the adverb? Did you find it? It's up. And which question do you ask for word up? Where the bird flew. Where did the bird fly? Up in the sky is a prepositional phrase. Number 3. We swam happily in the warm pond. Where is the adverb? We swam happily in the warm pond. Happily. And which question did you ask? Super easy. If the word ends with ly, you ask the question, how we swam. Or how did we swim? Number 4. I arrived late for class. Where is the adverb? Late. And which question? When did I arrive for class? Late. Number 5. She wants to play outside. Where is the adverb? Outside. And which question did you ask? Where she wants to play. Now, I want to just point out something very important. As you can see, the adverbs stand next to the verbs they describe. Sometimes in front of it and sometimes after it. See, finished, how he finished, carefully. The bird flew, past tense of fly. Where did he flew? Up. Swam is the action. How did we swim? Happily. Arrived is an action. When did I arrive? Late. Play is an action. Where she wants to play? Outside. So the adverbs stand in front or after the verbs they describe. See, here is at before the verb, play outside. Arrived late. Swam happily. Flew up. Here is in front. Finished carefully. So don't forget, adverbs describe the verbs and they stand in front or after the verbs. Finally, the game season was over. Where's the adverb? Finally. And which question did you ask? When the game season was over. Here the verb does not stand next to the adverb. The verb, linking verb, is far away. It's here. He never shares his things. Where's the adverb? Never. Which question did you ask? When does he share his things? Never. Number 8. She was now a happy girl. Where's the adverb? Now. Which question did you ask? When was she a happy girl? Now. The old train station was nearby. Where is the adverb? Nearby. Where was the old train station? Nearby. Manda sometimes talks too much. Where is the adverb? Sometimes. Which question did you ask? When? When Amanda talks? Sometimes. Great. And as you can see, again, except for sentence number 6, the adverb stands next to the verbs. Shares is a verb, was is a verb, was is a verb, talks is a verb. So they stand next to them, sometimes in front of them, sometimes after them. See, in front, after. After, here, in front. Now we're going to do comparative adverbs and superlative adverbs. Because, like adjectives are comparing people, places, animals, and things, also adverbs can compare two actions or more actions, boys and girls. If the adverb is comparing two actions, it is comparative adverb, and you have to add er to make the adverb comparative. But if the word ends with "ly", you cannot add er. You have to add word more in front of the word that ends with "ly". If the adverb compares 3 or more actions, you add est, but only to those adverbs that don't have "ly". Only the words that don't end with "ly". And if the word ends with "ly", if it's the adverb that show how action happened, you have to add word most in front of it. Now, do not use more and er together. Do not use most and est together in the sentence, in the phrase. We have also irregular adverbs. For example, for word well or for word badly. Well, we say better and best. When you're comparing two actions, you will say better. I did better in the test than my friend. And Yusuf, he did the best of all the students in the class in the test. Badly, we say worse and worst. When you're comparing two actions, you say worse. And when you're comparing 3 actions, you say worst, not more badly and most badly. So, I have here also this very important part, the clue words. When you're comparing 2 actions, the clue word in the sentence is then. When you're comparing three or more actions, the clue word in the sentence is of all. One more time. When you're comparing two actions, like the old driver drives more carefully than the young one, please, you're comparing two actions, old man, old driver, and young driver driving. He drives more carefully, comparing two because the clue word is then. Can you run faster than your brother? Comparing action of running of two people running. So we will add er. Clue word is then. I finished the test fastest of all. Again, of all is a clue word that tells that more than two people or actions are compared. You have to add est. I worked on my project most carefully of all. Again, of all is the clue word that tells you that you're comparing actions of more than two people. So you will add most. Here is what I like very much. If the word and does not end with li, if the word has only one syllable, you will add er when you compare two actions and est when you're comparing three or more actions. Like words soon, sooner, soonest, fast, faster, fastest, near, nearer, nearest. Exception is early. I will tell you the exceptions on the next page. But please, one more time, if the words do not end with li, we add er and est to compare them. Er and est. If the word ends with li, they have more syllables. Happily, greedily, joyfully. Three syllables. And they end with li. Please, in this case, you will not add er and est. You will add more and most in front of the adverbs. See, when you're comparing two actions, you will add more in front of the adverb. If you're comparing three or more actions, you will add most in front of the adverb. So one more time. If the adverb does not end with li, you will add er and est to compare them. When the words end with li, or if the words have more syllables, more than two syllables, then you will add more when you're comparing two actions and most in front of the adverbs when you're comparing three or more actions. And these are irregular adverbs: far, farther, furthest, well, better, best, badly, worse and worst, little, less and least, much, more and most. Irregular adverbs. So let's practice. My sister Hannah runs faster or fastest of all students in the class. We have of all. So what we will add? Er or est? Est, fastest. Tom completed his homework more quickly or most quickly than Sam. We have the clue word then. That means we're comparing actions of two people. More or most? More. I scored better or best on the test, on the last test, than the first one. The clue word is then. Better or best? Better. Grandma's flowers looked worse or worse before than now. Clue word then. We're comparing before and now action. So which one, worse or worst, when you're comparing two actions? Worse. Jack works on his project more carefully or most carefully of all. Of all. What will you add? More or most carefully? Of all? Most. Very good. These are exceptions. Early ends with li, but we will not add more or most in front of it. we will change it. We will add er and est. This is one exception. And the second exception is often, because often does not end with "ly," but when we make it in the comparative and superlative form, we will add more often and most often in front of it. So these are exceptions. The word early and often, where the rules is switching. Early ends with "ly," but we will not add more and most. We will add er and est to compare. And often does not end with "ly." We should add er and est, right? But no, no, no. We will add more and most in front of it. Let's go. Of all her family members, Sharon cooked more often or most often? Of all, more or most? Most often. She chose a career earlier or earliest than her friend Dave did. Clue word, then. Earlier or earliest? Earlier. She decided sooner or soonest than Dave to be a chef. Clue word, then. Sooner or soonest? Sooner. Of all the students in her cooking class, Sharon studied harder or hardest? Of all, harder or hardest? Hardest. She prepared food more quickly or most quickly than her best friend? Clue word, then. More quickly or most? More. She kneaded bread more rapidly or most rapidly of all the bakers in the class? Of all, more or most? Most. Great. A whale can dive more deep or deeper than a seal? Clue word, deep. Then. But it's tricky because here they put more deep and here deeper. Both of them are comparative forms, but which one we will use for deep? More deep or deeper? Deeper, because it has only one syllable and word deep does not end with "ly." Penguins walk most slowly or most slowly than we do? Clue word, then. More, most, or more? More. We left early, but we arrived soonest or sooner of all? Of all. Soonest or sooner? Soonest of all. On the last night, the snow fell most heavily or more heavily of all? Of all. Most or more? Most of all. The boat's engine ran better or best today than it did yesterday? Clue word, then. So better or best? Better. In March, the sun shines more strongly or most strongly than in February? Clue word, then. More strongly. The days last longer or more longest than in deep winter? Clue word, then. Longer. And please, we never used more and est together in the phrase. Never ever. This more is used for comparative form and est is used for superlative form. Not possible. Of all the months, the wind blows worse or worst in March? Of all the months. Of all. Worse or worst? Worst. Very good.